Hi, everyone, and welcome to our webinar on affiliate marketing. I'm Emma, the Community Manager at Product Marketing Alliance, and I'm really excited to introduce our speaker for today, Emmet Gibney. Emmet is the CEO of Rewardful, which is an all-in-one affiliate management platform designed specifically for SaaS companies. He's helped hundreds of businesses build successful affiliate programs, so he really knows the ins and the outs of what works and what doesn't in affiliate marketing. So I think it's safe to say we're really lucky to have him here to share his expertise with us today. Before I hand over to Emmet, I just want to remind everyone that we're here live, so please feel free to ask all your questions throughout this session. You can ask them either in the chat panel or in the Q&A panel. We have put some time aside towards the end, so we're going to make sure that we have time to answer all your questions, so please do ask away. And then while we're on that topic, why don't you also let us know in the chat now where you're dialing in from so that we can see who you are and where you're from. And then I'm going to hand over to Emmet to get us started. Thanks, Emmet.
Cool. Thanks, Emma. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Appreciate everybody coming in. I'll keep an eye out for chat messages. We got one person here from Lisbon. That's my colleague, Audrey. But yeah, so maybe just to start off, and apologies if this is somewhat basic, but just a very basic, I guess, introduction to what affiliate marketing is, and also do like maybe a bit of a comparison to another couple of types of referral programs. But so basically, affiliate marketing is a way for businesses to reward a partner for referring customers to them, right? So the classic example would be the influencer who is recommending, let's say, like a holiday destination, and they give you either a link to press or a coupon code. And when you buy through their link or their coupon code, you attribute that to that influencer, right? So the influencer would get a commission, right? That's sort of like a basic affiliate program. Oftentimes people will conflate that or confuse that with a customer referral program. A customer referral program works very similarly, and a lot of affiliate programs will be kind of operated like customer referral programs and vice versa. But the key difference is in a customer referral program, you're typically, for one, just working with your existing customers. And oftentimes you're not incentivizing them with some sort of cash commission. You're giving them some sort of, say, like credit for use with your business, right? So in the context of SaaS, what you might see is, I'll give you a good example, actually. Ramp, they're a spend management platform, expense management platform. And I don't know if they still do it, but they used to have a customer referral program, and they would give you, I think it was like a $250 credit on your account or something like that for referring customers, right? So a couple different distinctions, but most of what I'm talking about here today is primarily focused on affiliate programs where you're recruiting a third party who's going to refer you customers and you're going to pay them a commission. So maybe the first thing to talk about is to identify what types of businesses, or maybe to have a framework to think about whether or not affiliate marketing is suitable for your business, because it's not necessarily suitable for every business model, every go-to-market motion, right? So when I talk to businesses or people operating businesses, one of the things that I like to try to frame to them is to think of their business as being on like a spectrum, right? Where on one end of the spectrum, you've got a highly transactional sort of business model. And then the other end, you have a highly consultative or heavy touch point type business model or sales process, right? Another way to look at it would be like very product-led, self-serve in the SaaS context. And then you've got like sales-led, where you can't even self-serve. You're not signing up through Stripe or whatever, right? And maybe just to demonstrate a couple of examples of that spectrum, I'll quickly share my screen here. All right, so this is an example of, actually it's a customer of ours, Opus Clip. And you can see here, if I go to I'm on their pricing page right now, and I can see their pricing's listed. I can start a free trial. I can click through here and I can go and set up. I don't have to talk to anybody. Yeah, it's super transactional. It's smooth, right? This is very well suited to affiliate marketing. If we then go to the other end of the spectrum and we go to like enterprise software, so Marketo, right? So Marketo is, I think, marketing automation software, if I'm not mistaken. And so if I'm on the pricing page here for Marketo, and I can't even get pricing, right? Like I need to like go and talk to somebody and submit, a lot of information before I can even get pricing, right? So that's the other end of the spectrum, right? And this is a model that's not going to work as well with affiliate marketing. We do have some customers that have models similar to this, but it's much more friction. It's much more frustrating for affiliates because the referrals are much more likely to not get registered because the attribution is harder to kind of follow through that funnel because a customer leaves the digital realm, right, when they go in to have like a sales call, and so that presents a lot of challenges to try and set up an affiliate program. The other aspect to keep in mind when it comes to whether or not you're a good fit is, for lack of a better word, like the culture around affiliate marketing in your market, right? So another example I'll reference here is beehiiv. So beehiiv, they're an email newsletter platform, right? And you can see here, like their motto is newsletter platform built for growth, for creators, by creators, right? So, if you're in the creator economy, the idea of like signing up for an affiliate program, share a link, get a commission, that kind of thing, it's super native to that community, right? And so if we go back to that example of Marketo, I'm sure there's no shortage of enterprise thought leaders and things like this that they might want to get a commission for sharing a tool like Marketo, but it's going to be a harder sell. It's not as much built into the culture of that market as it would be in a space like newsletter publishing for beehiiv. So it's funny because like they're kind of selling the same thing, right? Like it's an email software platform. But just the nature of these guys and their positioning, they're much better suited to affiliate marketing. All right, so moving on, another topic that, to frame sort of the rest of the conversation, let's say you've established that, yeah, affiliate marketing is going to be a good fit for our business. And all right, what's sort of the next steps? I want to set up an affiliate program. I like to talk in terms of like three main principles, right? So if you can adhere to these principles, then you're probably going to have a pretty good affiliate program. And those three principles are, first of all, to make it easy for your affiliates to make money, right? And I'll go into some detail in a moment about what that means. But as the first principle, it needs to be easy for your affiliates to make money. Your affiliates, they're in the business of making money, promoting whatever products. And if it's hard for them to make money, they're not really going to be interested in promoting your product, right? The second is to run your program like a professional. Put another way is, don't treat your affiliate program like it's an afterthought. A lot of customers come to me with kind of an expectation that affiliate marketing is kind of this set it and forget it channel, that you're going to get something for nothing. And in marketing, you can't get anything for nothing, right? Like there's always something that needs to be invested. In the case of affiliate marketing, it's going to be your time and energy. It's lower risk than, say, channels like PPC, where you could spend a bunch of money and not necessarily get any customers, but you definitely still need to give it some effort. So don't let it be an afterthought. The third principle is to build an affiliate recruitment system or machine. And basically, this is to set up a series of sort of processes and an approach to be continually recruiting affiliates, right? Don't just, again, back to this idea of don't let it be an afterthought. Same thing goes for your affiliate recruitment. You want to have sort of an ongoing process for actively trying to build your list of referral partners. All right, so jumping back to the beginning here, if we're looking at the first principle, which is to make it easy for affiliates to make money. So the first thing, and this somewhat ties back to the first thing I was speaking at the top of the call around if your business is well suited to affiliate marketing. You could be in an industry and have a go-to-market motion where you are really well suited to affiliate marketing, but then you might not actually be ready. Like your business might not be quite ready yet for setting up an affiliate program. Affiliate marketing is an exceptional channel, but it can be a difficult first channel. Okay, so there's nothing more frustrating, let's say, for an affiliate than I'm sending a bunch of traffic to a website, to an offer, right? I'm selling XYZ software, right? But none of that traffic is converting. And that's got nothing to do with me as an affiliate. It's I've sent you the traffic, but it's not converting, right? And that's an important point to understand, is that an affiliate is basically just sending you traffic, right? The type of traffic or prospective customers that an affiliate can send you, they can exist in different places within the marketing funnel. Like some can be further down the funnel, some can be much higher up in the funnel, but then they're just sending you traffic. And what you then do with that traffic, that's up to you, right? And so a very common thing that I see at Rewardful, someone coming to me and they kind of don't have a business yet. Like they've never sold to an existing customer before. They have no idea like if their landing page is going to convert well. Their onboarding is a mess, etc. Right? They actually don't know if anyone wants their product yet, but they're hoping that affiliates can send them free traffic that they can use to validate their business. And that is a very difficult place to be in. Your affiliates are going to get frustrated. And so, yeah, for those reasons, as an early channel, affiliate marketing can be quite difficult. A caveat to that, I have seen a few select businesses use affiliate marketing to launch a business, right? So this is sort of the exception to prove the rule sort of thing, right? Where these will almost always be cases where either they've got a pre-existing sort of reputation within a space, they're a thought leader or influencer within a particular space, or they have either through a pre-existing professional relationship or just good salesmanship, have managed to convince someone with an existing audience to take a chance on their business or product. An example I can think of, and I might be misremembering history here, but if I do recall, ConvertKit either launched using affiliate marketing or had very early success, even though they had kind of early stages of product market fit, partnering with Pat Flynn. He's sort of a big influencer in the creator space. And actually, to go to the Rewardful case study section, we've got a case study of a customer of ours who launched using affiliate marketing to great success. But it's definitely harder and easier to add on affiliate marketing as sort of a secondary channel. So you've already got an existing channel up and running, whether it's paid search or organic search or whatever, right? You know people want your product. Now we're just trying to sell or send traffic into that funnel. The funnel already kind of works, right? Another thing to keep in mind when it comes to making it easy for your affiliates to make money is to make sure you're paying your affiliates fairly. General rule of thumb or guidelines for SaaS, most of our customers are SaaS, so I'll speak to that, is somewhere between 20 and 30% recurring, and recurring for either 12 months or perpetuity. That's kind of sort of the range that you're going to see. Ultimately, the more generous you are with your commissions that you're paying, the better. But in the end, like, you want to make sure you're still maintaining some margin, right, on that. But again, the better you pay them, the more enthusiastic they're going to be to promote your business. In the end, the thing to recognize is for affiliates, like the actual affiliates sending you traffic, they're effectively playing an earnings per click game, or EPC. So earnings per click is an important metric for affiliates. And basically, if I have a really high commission affiliate program that I've joined, and it's a really high price point, but no one ever converts, my earnings per click are going to be really low. But then you might have some products, like, let's say beehiiv, for example, where the price point is actually, it's kind of a prosumer type product. It's not like Marketo, right? But it's going to convert very well. And so the earnings per click for their affiliates are going to be higher, right? So you got to pay them well, but also you've got to have a product that people actually want as well. All right, let's go on to the next principle here. Okay, so run your program like a professional. Don't let it be an afterthought. Okay, so onboarding and activating your affiliates. So, if you're working in the world of SaaS, these are two terms that you're quite familiar with. When you've got a new customer signs up for your SaaS product, you're doing everything you can to kind of move them through the onboarding, get them to that aha moment, right? Same thing, activation. So activation is achieving that aha moment, right? And it's a similar concept within affiliate marketing, right? Now, one thing that you are going to find is affiliate marketing tends to follow a bit of a power law in terms of how many of your affiliates are actually going to end up activating. Okay, so I think the term is like the Pareto principle, right? Something like 80% of your results come from 20% of your inputs. And so in affiliate marketing, it might be a more extreme ratio where you might find actually, instead of 80-20, it's more like 95-5. And instead of 95% of your results come from 5% of your affiliates, it might be more like only 5% of your affiliates ever send you any results, right? So you'll see the pretty like skewed distributions in terms of who's actually sending you customers. But you can improve that by having good onboarding and activation. And the way to do that is to have onboarding sequences, right? Same way you would within your SaaS products that you're working on, right? So, set up an email sequence where you're going to share some resources with your affiliates to educate them on how best to sell your products, right? And have kind of like an onboarding email sequence, maybe send them like 2 or 3 emails over a course of a couple of weeks. But then the other thing you can do when it comes to onboarding and activating your affiliates, I'm going to show you an example. This is actually, so beehiiv, who is a customer of ours, I'm going to show you what their partner dashboard looks like. So what they've done, which is really interesting, is they've kind of almost got like a hybrid of a customer referral program and affiliate program, where they've actually used the Rewardful API to embed their partner dashboard. And I'm a terrible partner. I've sent them no customers and earned no commissions, but so they've embedded their dashboard in here. But what they've also done is they've embedded pretty advanced onboarding into their platform, right? So like they share all the different sort of resources that you need to have, like a link to a video where you can learn more about their program. different tips on how to promote them. They've also got like a leaderboard where they're showing like who the most successful affiliates are, right? And obviously this is probably outside of the realm of what most businesses can afford to do, but what beehiiv do is once a quarter, they send their top affiliate on an all expenses paid holiday as sort of like a bonus. So these guys are when it comes to like onboarding, activating their affiliates, keeping them engaged, they are very much best in breed in terms of what I've seen for sure. So yeah, there's a variety of different ways that you can keep your affiliates engaged, and whether it's like emails, like what beehiiv have done here, like building in-app dashboards where you're actually sharing resources. Another thing actually that beehiiv have done is they do webinars with their partners. This is a pre-recording of a webinar that they did, and they basically walk through basically it's a coaching call for their affiliates. This is how the program works. These are best practices in terms of like how to sell beehiiv. And they kind of treat them as though it's like an army of like salespeople effectively that are passively or actively promoting their product. So yeah, this, like I said, this is very much best in class when it comes to keeping your affiliates engaged. All right, moving on. When it comes to running your affiliate program, bear with me one moment. Not everything's fun, exciting, create like fancy webinar materials. Some of it's there's the boring stuff, right? And so here, for example, is our terms and conditions. And just like your application, your software, your SaaS has terms and conditions, you're going to want to have a terms and conditions for your affiliate program. If you're setting up an affiliate program and you want to just steal ours, you're more than welcome to. I'll just quickly share this link here in the chat. But yeah, basically, this is where you're setting out the rules of how your affiliates need to engage with you, right? And full disclosure, I'm not a lawyer and I don't play one on TV, so don't take legal advice from me. But what I would say is, if you want to use this as a template, I would also maybe get a lawyer to look at it. But there's a few key things that you probably want to be looking out for in terms of types of behavior that you're going to want to look out for and prohibit people from doing. A couple key things would be maybe the biggest one is a paid ads policy. And we recommend pretty much everybody to have something along these lines, basically prohibiting people from using paid ads to promote your program, in particular search ads. And in a moment, I'll get to why you want to prevent that. But that's a big one. Obviously, like making sure they're not, promoting you in any kind of illegal way or unethical way. Making sure they're adhering to any kind of laws, making sure they understand and that you've clearly written out, this is the way that we're paying affiliates. This is sort of the general terms of our affiliate program. Here's another one: don't work with coupon rebate sites, etc. Right? So it's important to have a terms and conditions to prevent some bad behavior from happening. In terms of the types of bad behavior to look out for, there's maybe three main ones that I might kind of talk about. So I think in here I referenced don't work with coupon rebate sites. The reason for that is oftentimes people, when they go to buy something, when they go and they see your cart and they're about to pay you full price, the first thing they might do is just go Google, XYZ coupon, and they go and find some coupon site that's got a coupon. And not only are you no longer getting full price, but then also an affiliate who wasn't involved in acquiring the customer is now getting a commission off of that sale, right? So that's one type of sort of bad behavior that we would say, watch out for people using coupon sites. The other would be paid search. And you'll notice a common theme here. That's basically about people who are inserting themselves in front of customer acquisition that was yours, that they shouldn't get credit for, right? So that's the coupon site example. In paid search, the example would be this here. So see these guys here, right? Coach them. So this business here, they rank first in Google for their brand name, right? So anyone who's searching for them, they would have gone to these guys anyways. But what someone has done is they have signed up for their affiliate program and now are bidding on their brand name. And so their affiliate link is ranking higher than this company's organic search result. And so this affiliate, as long as the PPC spend is lower than what they're getting in commissions, which it probably will be because no one else is competing for this term, this affiliate has basically inserted them into your organic search that you would have got already anyway. And so that's why we advise not to allow people to do PPC. Just not an ad for Rewardful, but there are some techniques within Rewardful that you can use that would prevent people from being able to do this. But it is, I think, in many respects, viewed as kind of the scourge of the affiliate marketing industry is people doing brand bidding. The last sort of example of bad behavior would be self-referrals. And this would basically be an affiliate who is actually a customer. So a customer, they're intending to sign up for your service, and then they see you have an affiliate program, and they say, oh, you know what? I could, Rewardful pays a 25% commission, and it's recurring. So I'm going to sign up for their affiliate program, and then I'm going to sign up as a customer. And so I'm going to get basically a 25% rebate each month for the first 12 months off a product that I was intending to buy anyway. And again, just incidentally, within Rewardful, we've got some features where you can turn off self-referrals. But yeah, I would definitely advise when it comes to setting up your terms and conditions to have something in here that stipulates we don't allow self-referrals, right? So yeah, those are probably the most common types of bad behavior to watch out for. There's other kind of variants that you might see on that, but effectively those are the most common ones. All right, so the last principle is to build an affiliate recruitment system. So the first thing to do in this regard, and bear with me. Here we go. Okay, so this is Rewardful's like our landing page. So we've got a dedicated landing page for our affiliate program. And I'll talk about that in a moment. But the first thing you need to do as a starting point, and it's basically like sort of marketing 101, is to establish an ideal customer profile, right? But instead of an ideal customer profile, it's an ideal affiliate profile, which is going to be very closely linked to who your ideal customer profile is, right? So basically, your ideal affiliate is going to be someone who has ideally a pre-existing audience of your ideal customer, right? And so as an example, this is where customer referral programs are quite effective, right? But oftentimes, like we've done this kind of by accident, is to recruit customers into your affiliate program, right? And just as an example, so this is a customer of ours, a guy by the name of Damon. We'll zoom in a little bit. And he's an indie hacker, right? Which would be one of our sort of 2 ICPs that we target. You can see he's got 3 different SaaS apps, and I think he only has affiliate programs on 2 of them, and he uses Rewardful for his 2 affiliate programs, right? But he is also an affiliate of ours, and you can see he talks about that, right? So our product is good enough, you get paid to use it. I pay Reward for $99 a month, but they pay me $200 a month just to use it. And what he's referring to is basically he's joined our affiliate program, and because he's a bit of a indie hacker influencer, every now and then he shares his affiliate link, and people will sign up through it, and so he's actually doing pretty well with his affiliate program. I think he's making more money than that now, because this is from about a year ago. So yeah, his audience, it's just like perfect overlap with our ICP, right? And so that's like the first sort of, I guess, important part when it comes to thinking about building your recruitment system is, okay, well, like, who's the ideal affiliate for us? And part of that is, where are my customers hanging out, ideally online? Are there forums they're going to? Is it Twitter, different social media places? Is it Reddit? Is it LinkedIn, websites, etc., right? So that's kind of the first point, is to figure out who your ideal affiliate would be. Tied to that, then, I talked about this, I think, briefly earlier, this idea of your affiliates are going to be sending you traffic that is in different places within your marketing funnel, right? So like, you got really top of funnel customers, and then people that are lower down the bottom of the funnel. And different affiliates and different traffic is going to be in different places, and it's going to perform accordingly, right? And so, as an example, if we want to go to like the very, very top of the funnel, kind of that awareness, or not even like, they're not even aware of the problem yet kind of stage, that's going to be things like maybe people who run like a newsletter, or TikTok, Instagram. Maybe TikTok and Instagram would be even better examples, where if some influencer creates content about your company, people on TikTok aren't necessarily in buying mode or searching mode, right? They're on the bus, on their way to work, and they're trying to kill some time, and they're just kind of swiping through TikTok or Instagram kind of mindlessly. They're not super engaged in any one particular piece of content, right? So you might have like, top of the funnel, there's a lot of people that are kind of that stage, right? But the conversion rates are going to be really low, right? And then maybe move a little bit further down in the funnel, and you've got things like YouTube would be a good example of that, where it's long form, as opposed to, say, TikTok, it's very short form. So YouTube be very long form, but it doesn't lend quite as well to like a link-based sharing type medium, right? But people are engaged, and they're very educational kind of oriented. So they might be trying to search for the solution to a particular problem or something like that, right? So they're kind of be more middle of the funnel, decent volume of traffic, but maybe the conversion rates aren't as good, but they're pretty engaged, right? And then lower down the funnel, it's going to be websites, content websites, blogs, etc. And in particular, websites that rank well for particular search terms. And as a sort of, I guess, a tactic for identifying these affiliates would be like, pick a search term that works, for you, right? So let's say if I was beehiiv, right, I might go like, I'm going to do a quick Google search here, best email newsletter platform. Jump to this tab here. Okay, some paid results, lots of paid results. And then, there's a bunch of lists here. Now, some of them are going to be competitors, and you can, beehiiv would ignore those. There's no point in reaching out to Get Response. That's a competitor to beehiiv, right? But this looks like an article. Actually, they actually reference beehiiv in here. And so let's go and take a look down, right? So they've written a review. Okay, review about beehiiv. And and I promise this was not intentional, but I can actually see that this is actually an affiliate link. So they've joined the beehiiv affiliate program already. So perfect, right? So maybe beehiiv reach out to these people. Maybe these people just join their affiliate program accordingly, right? But the advantage of this type of affiliate is all the customers are coming in and looking at this content where they are in the funnel. They're pretty low down the funnel. Like they're out searching for a solution to their problem. They're in shopping mode, right? So that's a good approach. Okay. Next thing I want to show you, and I kind of showed you this already, but let's go into it in more detail. Okay. So what a lot of our customers do, and when I see it, I try to recommend them not do it, is they'll just link directly to the sign up form, right? So this is a sign up form for our affiliate program, right? So they'll just link directly to the sign up form, but there's no context here, right? It's not a sales page, right? And that's kind of what you need to start, is you need a sales page for your affiliate program, right? And so, you gotta give people a bit more context, a bit more information as to why they should join the affiliate program. Like, how does it work, right? How much money can I earn? Things like this, right? Here's an example of Damon, testimonial, right? So it's very much just like a sales page. So you want to set up a sales page that's going to sell people on why they should join your affiliate program, right? That's like kind of table stakes. That's the first step. And from there, when it comes to your recruitment system, affiliate recruitment system, I kind of try to split things up into like two different, avenues of recruitment, right? So you've got, on one hand, you've got inbound recruitment methods, and then you've got outbound recruitment methods. Inbound is basically, what are all the different places where affiliates are already kind of tripping over you, right? Potential affiliates. And a lot of this is going to be customers, but not exclusively customers. And yeah, just think about like, so for example, on our website, if you go to our footer, there's a link to our affiliate program down here, and our header, our resources. There we go. And the company, our affiliate program there, right? So that's one example. If you sign up as a customer, I think it's after like a week or two, we send you an email saying, hey, by the way, we have our own affiliate program. You should join it. In my email signature for just normal emails, I've got a link that says join our affiliate program, things like this, right? So all the different sort of existing places where people are going to trip over you have a link and call to action to join your affiliate program. Now, for inbound methods of recruitment, that really is only going to scale for like larger brands, right? So like beehiiv, great example of that. They probably get a lot of affiliates that are joining them just passively. But if you're a smaller company, smaller brand, it's not as well known, your inbound methods of recruitment are only going to get you as far as your existing traffic is, right? And so you really, if you want to scale your affiliate program, then you need to add some outbound methods of recruiting your affiliates. And I talked a little bit about how you could identify, say, like websites, for example, that rank for search terms that are relevant for you. That's one method I would do, is basically go and search for all of your, think about like pairing your affiliate recruitment activities with your SEO activities. So SEO, what you're going to do is you're going to make a list of all the different search terms you want to rank for. Great. Use that same list of terms you want to rank for, and then go and look through those results and see, we'll go back to this tab here, right? So this one here, it's a review article. This one here, it's another review article. Someone on Reddit, another review article, etc. Right? Go and this is just a list of people that you can go and contact, right? Some of them, they'll join the affiliate program, some they won't, but in any case, you're getting a link as well, right? And same thing for social. The one thing I would just say in terms of managing expectations, if you're reaching out to people that are influencers on social, it's going to be higher up the funnel. Conversion rates aren't going to be as good unless you get lucky with someone like Damon, who is just like the Venn diagram is just perfect in terms of, his audience is just a perfect overlap with our ideal customer profile. And then it's going to perform really well. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail in terms of like how to do cold outreach. That's a whole other sort of skill set. But basically, once you've researched what your ideal affiliate profile is, go do research, build as big of a list of these potential partners as possible. In the past, for this kind of stuff, I've made use of virtual assistants on Upwork. Give them a list of 10 and say, this is sort of the archetype of who I'm looking for. Go and find me 50 more or 100 more, right? To kind of automate the process, right? And then start reaching out to them. Don't just spam them. You want to try and position it so that you're presenting something that's interesting to them and not just, cold transactional kind of email. But again, not a session on cold outreach. But if you want to scale your program, that's kind of the best way to do it, is go and find partners, actively reach out to them. And referencing back to that idea of the power law, you only need like a small number of affiliates to have a successful program if they're high quality affiliates. And so if you're willing to do the work up front to research and find the good quality affiliates, you actually don't really need to find that many, right, before like you get in some decent results. Okay, now one last, I guess we've kind of already gone through the expectations. I think we're probably pretty good, Emma. I think I probably rambled on for long enough now. I think we're at about 40-minute mark now. So I don't know if you want to bring it to move on to the question side of things.
Great. Well, we do have tons of questions, so the more time, the better. And we'll see how we get on, and we'll try and get through as many questions as possible. So we'll dive into the first one, which is, what should my budget be for an affiliate marketing program?
I guess there's two aspects to this, right? So there's like the software aspect of it, right? So like a lot of tools are actually quite affordable. There are enterprise ones that are really expensive, 20 grand a year. And if you're just getting started, don't do that, right? But Rewardful and most of sort of the competitors in our air sort of price point, they're going to be around $50 a month, right? And that's not super expensive, right? And the commissions you're paying, that's on performance, right? So your affiliates aren't getting compensated until they actually derive results. And I think I said in the session there, probably between 20 and 30%. Again, I'm talking about SaaS, between 20 to 30%. And I'd have it be recurring. The longer it's recurring, the better. But if you want to cap it at 12 months, that's quite common. But the other question is the other way to look at it is more about like other resources that you're going to put into it, right? So depends on the size of your company. If you're like a solopreneur, it's going to be more about like the time that you're going to put into it. And the second principle that I shared there was basically like, don't let your program be an afterthought. So yeah, I would dedicate some portion of your time to work on it. What we've seen some of our customers do is either they've got like a marketer on their team who's kind of a jack of all trades type marketer, and it's one of the 5 things that they do is also manage the affiliate program. We've also got some customers that are more sophisticated. They've got dedicated partner or affiliate managers that are running it. But yeah, so that, I don't know, it doesn't totally answer your question, but it depends how big you are, and but really it's about the time that you're going to put into it as well.
Thank you. The next question is around mistakes. So the common mistakes that businesses make when setting up an affiliate program. Do you see any, and which one should we avoid?
The brand bidding thing, not looking up for brand bidding is a big one, because then sometimes they'll think like, geez, this affiliate's just killing it. They're doing so well. They're like doing so much better than everybody else. And then eventually they realize like, oh, it's because they've been bidding on our brand terms, and actually we should ban them from our affiliate program. So that's probably one of the most important ones, is to be have an eye out for that. The other one is kind of this idea of thinking of affiliate marketing as kind of a set it and forget it type business model. Some of our competitors, I even see like in their marketing copy, they talk about like, I don't know if they use that exact terminology, but they talk about it in those terms, that it's kind of like passive and you don't need to actively manage it. And we do have some customers that are successful that kind of treat it that way, but they've got a strong brand and a good social presence that they kind of leverage to recruit affiliates. But yeah, not actively managing their program would be a big one. And somewhat related to that would be like not even having like a landing page, right? Like, so like they're just sending people directly to like sign up for their affiliate program and wondering why no one's signing up. And it's like, you got to give them, some more information and, a reason to sign up.
Great, thank you. We had another question coming in about, once the affiliate marketing program is up and running, how do I then scale the program?
So I guess it's there's all these different aspects that I've talked about, right? And if you think about like marketing in general, it's really about like getting different flywheels going, right? And so initially, like typically you're hunting for channels, right? Like you're hunting for a channel that's going to work for your business, right? So most like fledgling sort of, let's say, SaaS companies, it's probably going to be one of either organic search, paid search, organic social, paid social, or maybe some kind of sales, like just cold kind of outreach, because you got nobody, right? And then as you're building up your marketing, you're like adding more kind of case studies, adding more content pages, adding more resources, adding more lead magnets, etc. For scaling up your affiliate program, it's kind of the same stuff. Like I've been watching with great interest the way that beehiiv have been scaling up their affiliate program, and it's like I can't remember exactly what it was. Maybe it was like a couple months. It was a month ago. They did this webinar. So that was just them adding one additional brick to the wall, kind of thing, right? And then over the next few months, they're doing like a series of webinars with people to promote their affiliate program. So it's kind of the same thing, right? Like, so maybe you start off and all you've got is like the landing page and people can sign up for the affiliate program. And then it's, let's add an email onboarding sequence, right? So I'm going to start off with just like a couple emails, and then I'm going to refine those emails. And then I'm going to start doing webinars. I'm going to start, creating educational resources. I'm going to start doing cold outreach to actually start recruiting partners manually. And it's about not just doing these activities, but adding these activities to sort of a process, a machine, right? Like when I think about like our just marketing generally within Rewardful, we've been adding different sort of like ongoing activities that we are doing as part of a sort of a cycle, a process. It's the exact same thing when you're trying to scale your affiliate program.
Great, some really nice tips there. So I hope the person who asked the questions got some nice tips to take home. We have another question that came in around, asking, have you ever worked with review sites as affiliates? And if yes, what was your strategy for recruiting them?
I don't have a strategy for recruited them necessarily any differently than, say, like another sort of affiliate. The one thing you'll find with review sites is it kind of depends on like how established they are, right? So on one end of the spectrum, you've got like super established, you've got like G2, Capterra, et cetera. Like they're just so established, they're never going to do affiliate deals because they've got the SEO footprint, they've got the position, they've got the money, that like they're just never, like you're never going to convince them, no matter how generous your offers are, right? It's just not their business model. But then there are more kind of fledgling ones who that can be like their only model, right? And I've had review sites come to me and say, would you do a paid placement, and it'll cost you this much and you'll get this position on this page, this is how it ranks, etc. And I've just said like, no, but you can join our affiliate program, and they have. And so I say that just to kind of position sort of, I guess, the leverage that the review site and you have kind of within that dynamic. They're basically, in many cases, like just monetizing their SEO experience, their expertise, right? And there's going to be this long tail of people who've got review sites, and you're going to just have better results with like the lower ranking review sites than the ones that are higher up, and they're just going to want to have paid play, like either PPC or kind of unaccountable kind of business relationship.
Nice. We had a slightly more specific question. I believe it was from Johnny. He said, I have a crypto trading paid community. How do I know if affiliate marketing is useful for my business?
So if I understand the question correctly, I'm assuming Johnny's got like a Discord or other kind of community that people pay to get access to, and they're sharing trading tips and things like that. What I can say is anecdotally that like there's a lot of Rewardful customers that have these types of communities. So as an example, we've got an integration with the company called LaunchPass. And LaunchPass makes it easy to set up paid communities on Discord, Slack, and I think Telegram or something like that. And a lot of them are trading for whatever reason. I don't know why that's kind of a niche that's popped up. Crypto trading, stock trading, so I can say anecdotally, I've absolutely seen people that have set up affiliate programs in that space, and they've done well. But I've also seen ones that have set up and they haven't had results because they haven't executed. So that's, I guess, it's pretty specific. It's not very general, but I have seen it for sure.
Thanks. We have another question. Sorry, we've got lots of questions coming for you, but it's great to see that everyone was asking. How suitable is an affiliate program for developer tools?
I'm trying to think of any examples, and I'm trying to think of like our top customers, if there's any dev tools in there. I guess it kind of comes down to where you like your go-to-market motion, less than like your specific like a dev tool, for example, right? So we've got a lot of B2B SaaS companies that are mostly B2B SaaS companies using Rewardful with great success. It's more about your go-to-market motion generally, where like that spectrum of like self-serve versus like contact for pricing, right? And so the further you are over to like, sales-led versus product-led self-serve, the harder it's going to be. And the more transactional your price point is. So, if you've got like a $500 a month price point to start, that's going to be harder to make work than if it's $50 per month, right? And so that's probably more important, because like there's no shortage of like Rewardful isn't in some sense like a very developer centric tool, because you need a developer. Like we've got a lot of indie hacker developers who are using Rewardful, So probably pretty similar ICP. So I think, yeah, it's all just about like what's your go-to-market motion, how transactional is it, how self-serve is it, and if it is, then I think it probably would work okay.
We do have a couple more questions, but let's see if we can squeeze in 2 or 3
Sure.
before the end. The next question is, are there any companies that help with affiliate recruiting?
Yes, there's 2 sort of ways to look at this or to answer this. So just like there's agencies that will do, your Google ads for you, right? Just as there's agencies as well as like individual consultants and freelancers, there are agencies and consultants and freelancers who do affiliate management. So like they'll manage an entire program, they'll help with recruitment, et cetera, right? So there's definitely a lot of people who do that. And, you know, agency will be more expensive, more sophisticated, and will probably require you to be like a minimum kind of size. And then, move down to consultants and freelancers, it gets more affordable. I'm sure if you went on Upwork, you'd probably find, consultants or freelancers that would kind of do it as a service for you. And then when it comes to just like tools, let's say for affiliate recruitment, there are different tools. There are tools that are like exclusively focused on basically like they've aggregated massive databases of affiliates, and you can kind of search by different industry. They tend to be more kind of e-commerce retail oriented. That's kind of my observation of the tools I've seen. I think, just bear with me one sec, and I think I'll get one for you. So this is an example of someone. They also tend to be expensive. And the reason they're expensive, I think, is because people probably churn pretty quickly. So stop sharing here. So Publisher Discovery, that's one that I'm aware of. It's one of these tools, but it starts at like 400 something bucks a month. But again, I think that's because people, they go on it, they recruit as many affiliates as they can, and then unsubscribe kind of thing. There's also networks, so or marketplaces, and it's like Impact, Partner Stack. They've got affiliate marketplaces. They also happen to be very expensive. Rewardful is also, we're working on a marketplace right now. And I mean, despite the fact we are working on one, and it's a highly requested feature, a caveat I'd add is my observation and from talking to a lot of people is affiliate networks are not a panacea, right? So like people kind of want something that it's like, oh, I'm just going to plug into a network and customers will just magically or affiliates will magically come to me. The affiliates are going to come to you that way tend not to be as high quality as, say, like our affiliate Damon, right? Who he's just perfect, like map to our ICP. Those types of partners, they're more kind of like you're going to go find them, or they're going to come from your network, et cetera. So I would caution against sort of looking for silver bullets that are going to kind of do it for you. Now, I'm not sure if Emmet is frozen or I'm frozen. There we go. You're back.
Okay. We've got 1 minute left, and I'm going to challenge you to answer this in 60 seconds because I think most people will be super keen to hear. With most programs, you want to obviously track and measure the success. So do you have any tips for tracking and measuring the success of an affiliate program?
I mean, most platforms, Rewardful included, will have different sort of reporting that you can see in the application. So give you a sense of how well it's performing. In terms of rule of thumb, in terms of like maybe like a metric to kind of look at to compare, talking SaaS, a healthy, successful affiliate program could be anywhere from 10 to 20%. And again, it depends on the space you're in. So like, let's say like beehiiv, ConvertKit, they're going to have maybe a larger percentage of their MRR, maybe more than 20% of their MRR might be coming from affiliate programs. But some places you might be 5% or 10% could be a healthy metric for you. So
nice. Challenge accepted. You did it in time. We're going to wrap up because we've come to the end of it. But if you do, I know we didn't get to all the questions. So if you do have more questions, reach out to Emmet on LinkedIn or through Rewardful. And then Audrey's kindly shared in the chat a course that Rewardful offers. So if you want to dive even deeper into affiliate marketing, then you can complete the course. But before we leave, some exciting things to look forward to. I'll be sending you a mail tomorrow with a 30% discount code for Rewardful for 3 months on all their plans. So super exciting. This is valid until December 12th, so don't take too long to redeem it. We're also going to include the recording of the session. I know that's on top of everyone's minds and always a question, so you can definitely go and listen back to this session and take even more value from it. And then a third takeaway that you're going to get is shortly you'll be receiving a free ebook with all the strategies that Emmet has covered today. So if listening back to the on-demand session isn't enough, you'll soon have an ebook in your hands that you can use. So Emmet, thank you so much for today's session. And also thank you for Rewardful for the session as well. And the audience, thank you so much for joining us.